Hello everybody, it's your girl Gingy here, and welcome to, well, first vlog in a while. It's been, what, 2 months? So hello, and welcome if you're new to this channel. This is my channel, Ginger Books, and welcome back if you're a continuing watcher or subscriber. And yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've done a vlog, and to be honest, I have been kind of sitting here wondering if I should do vlogs until probably after June, because I'm just going to be busy up through the month of June. But you know what? I want to take you guys along with some of this journey, and also the reason why my office is kind of bare. There is some news. So, as you can tell, my book, minus the books that I kind of kept out for this month, and my shelf back here, along with little Grogu's up there, they're pretty bare. So I don't know if I've actually mentioned this in a previous vlog, and I don't think I have because I've been trying to vlog the whole month of April, but it just has not really worked out because of a lot of things, getting the museum open for the season, for work, as well as personal things that leads into this. My fiance and I have been talking, and we've been, thinking he wants to be in our own house by the age of 30, and he turns 28 this year, and I turned 27 this year. So we decided that, we could start looking for a home. Well, at the beginning of April, we found one we really liked in a small little town on the other side of the county, and decided to jump on it and put in an offer. There was a couple of counter offers kind of going back and forth, but they finally accepted our counter offer, I think like a week later from looking at the house, because we just looked at it like the first weekend of April. And so, after that, it's been kind of like one thing after another, the whole process. And last week, we ended up getting which is one of the big hurdles, in order to apply for a loan, which is to get the appraisal back and making sure that it's either at the value that we offered or above, which we did get the appraisal back, and we were able to kind of breathe a little bit easier and start packing, because that means that the whole proceedings of getting all of our information to the underwriter who's going to write out the loan and push it through could keep going. So that is why all of my books, I'm not gonna lie, 10 totes later, all of my books, including the ones that are out in the dining room and a couple in the living room, are all packed up. Some of my items in my office are already packed up. Things have been taken off the wall. A lot of our china cabinet out here that has a lot of like our anime figures and Star Wars stuff is already packed. I've got a few things packed already in the living room. So, and I did that all yesterday. And the books were the past like few days. So as long as everything goes according to plan, because there still could be a little hiccups, but even plan B, we can still get a 30-year conventional fixed rate loan. So tentative date for closing is June 16th. We get the keys. We have 1 week to move in, and then the next week we go to Vegas to say I do. So a lot of changes happening, a lot of things still need up in the air and planning. We're going to be doing a reception in the fall. A lot of things is happening. And so I am very, very excited. Like, I loved living in this place for 4 years. It'll be 4 years actually this month that we've lived here. But it's time. It's time to take another big leap and a big step in adulthood and become homeowners and have our own space. So it's definitely going to be bittersweet, because it's been really nice being able to live on a farm. And I keep saying house, even though I have been wanting an acreage, but right now with the way prices and mortgage rates have been going, especially land prices in Iowa, it's way out of our budget right now. And it sounds like that we could be just settling for a house, but to be honest, we were recommended by our loan officer to maybe purchase a home first, build up some equity, and then maybe in 10 years revisit wanting to get an acreage. So currently, my gelding tie is going to go up to my friends where my 2 mares are at, which is another news. Which is, he's going to go up there. He's going to hang out with his girlfriend, Shakira, which is one of my quarter horse mare that I have. And I'm really excited for him to go on this big adventure. I will be seeing him twice a week, per the board agreement. And yeah, so leading into the next thing, we have been really impatiently waiting for my Arabian mare Fancy to have her foal. Last night, I get the text from my friend, the property that she's on, saying, well, guess who is now finally waxing in the middle of a wind advisory for the next, well, there was a wind advisory yesterday, wind advisory, I believe it wouldn't surprise me if we have one today and tomorrow. And I'm like, great! But we're very excited because we've been really anticipating her having this foal, and she's 2 weeks past her due date. So, because I was starting to get worried if we were going to have to, like, induce her or something, if she wasn't going to come into labor. So, but she is now waxing, which is a term we use that she is producing milk and it's starting to kind of leak out, meaning that the baby is getting into position and she is producing milk to go into labor soon. So hopefully she goes into labor today, and maybe we'll have something very exciting for the vlog. But I have a feeling she's going to probably pop it out when we're not looking. Gotta love my horses because they share parts of my personality. It's great. But anyways, I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed. As for the Magical Readathon Orilium, this will be the first vlog that I have been trying to get out all month. So what I'm going to do is just extend it all the way to the fall equinox, because I know I'm not going to put that pressure on myself to complete, because I realized I picked 3 kind of career paths, and they definitely have a lot of prompts to complete. I don't know why I do this to myself. Kind of going it over real quickly, because I do have to get myself ready for work here shortly and head to work. So I have the spread that I did in March. I have my 3 callings that I'm doing and all of the prompts that go underneath those callings and the classes that I have to complete. As you can tell, I've already completed 2, and you can see the books right over here. So the 2 books that I've already completed, which is Unmentionable by Teresa O'Neill, which is a nonfiction about the Victorian era's view on women's reproduction, women's body and bodily functions, so menstruation, as well as marriage. So if you guys would love to see a review of that book, I totally would, but it definitely would have to be not suitable for the younger audience, so there will be a disclaimer for that. But that completed Animal Studies, which is Heads or Tails, Flip a Coin, Heads nonfiction, and Tails fiction. Obviously, I got the head side of the coin, so I had to read nonfiction. Then the second one I read was After by Anna Todd, which believe there is going to be a review out on it either the same week this vlog comes out, if not, it's soon. I read that, and actually I gave it 3 stars. I did like the plot and, you know, the way it was going and written. However, the grammar and writing choices in that book, that it surprised me that book got published the way it did. Let's just say that. Enough said on that. And I completed Inscription, which is Glyph Flight, book from the highest shelf, which it was sitting up on the highest shelf in this office. So now currently I am trying to read The Hawthorne Legacy, which is book 1 of the Inheritance Game series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I started that on April 15th, and I am reading it on my Kindle Scribe, which is in the other room, which, surprise, I got a Kindle Scribe because I want to go more route of reading ebooks and having like my journaling and all of that in one. It's just a short, explanation, but I will show it to you later when I'm not kind of crunched for time right now. So, and that is going to complete Demonology, which is type impersonator's book compared to your favorite, which I picked this book because it's been kind of on my radar and TBR list to read, but it was compared, if people liked Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco series, that series, you would like this series. So, and so far I am enjoying it. It's definitely kind of given like Stalking Jack the Ripper and the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson like combined, and it's great. We'll go through it more later of what we're going to read. But again, I'm kind of crunched for time. So I'm going to let you guys go. Because I've got to get myself and Revy, our little puppy here, which, have you guys seen her on the vlog yet? Yes, you have. You have, because she's been in some of my Let's Plays videos. I have to get her ready because she has a vet appointment, and I'm going to take her to work and then go straight to her vet appointment once my volunteer gets there, and then bring her home for lunch and stuff. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm rambling. I need to get going, so I will pop back in and check in with you guys later. Hi, everybody. So, it is Tuesday. About 3:50, so it's close to the end of the day. And I've pretty much got most of my work done, so I figured we would read a little bit, but I have some exciting news that I hope I get to insert a couple of video clips after reading. But Fancy, my mare, has finally had her baby last night, and she is just a cutie. Her name is, and I'm going to probably pronounce this because this is in Italian, Preludio della Contessa, which means Prelude of the Countess, because Contessa is actually part of Fancy's registered name, so we thought it would be fitting. That's her name, or Tessa for short. She is just such a cutie, and from what my friend has been saying so far, she is fearless. Like, literally will come up to her, want to be petted and loved and attention. So, I'm going to go meet her. Even though I have a Lions Club meeting tonight, our club president understands, so I'm going to head up there and see him. Hopefully I can insert like a little video footage. Yesterday I kind of just ended up doing whatever and just kind of existing, just because yesterday was kind of weird and I didn't realize it was a full moon night, and is it tonight a full moon night? Actually, let me double check that. Never mind. It's on Friday. So we're getting close to a full moon. So I was wondering why this week was kind of not going bad, but just being weird. I always have like weird luck or things happen on a full moon week. So it doesn't surprise me that some things are popping up, but we're really crossing our fingers with the whole final approval of the loan, because then we can start signing mortgage papers and all of that, especially with the bill that just got passed yesterday, if we have to go the conventional loan route. That scares us a little bit. So, yeah. But anyways, it's going to be good. We're staying positive. We're manifesting that we're going to get this, final approval of the loan so we can get on our house in June. So, yeah. Because I don't want to feel like I just packed some of my house up for nothing. But we're not going to think that. We're not going to think that. Manifesting. So anyways, I just wanted to check in, and we're going to go ahead and read for a little bit until I have to leave. So. like 1 o'clock on Monday. Hi. I had every intentions to vlog this weekend, but I just ended up getting too busy. So, but you know what? We're just gonna roll with it. To be honest, I feel like I should have done a vlog this week because I didn't really have very much going on, but it happens. So we're just gonna keep rolling with this vlog just because we have gotten some reading done. Which is reading update. So I'm on chapter 72, which is page 295 in the Inheritance, or the Hawthorne Legacy. And, oh my, there has now been a second attempt on Avery's life. So much has happened. So she's kind of taken it upon herself right now just to go search for the clues on her own, because really she can't trust anybody in the house. She doesn't know who's been trying to kill her. She doesn't want to believe it's Grayson, but he is like the logical like reason. But then come to find out the person that tried to shoot at her was her sister's ex-boyfriend. So she really doesn't want to believe her sister's involved with this because she doesn't feel like in her gut that she's involved. But her sister has a very bad case of where she doesn't push people away that she should. And she can't say no very well to people that are kind of manipulative towards her, and because of her own childhood trauma. And yeah. So there's also, I can't remember, there was another thing that we found out that somebody was also trying to get information. Thea is now living at the house, which don't understand why. Also, Thea, Emily, and Rebecca are in like a friendship triangle thing, we find out, as well as what happened between Grayson and Jameson, which is because Emily couldn't say no to both of them and she liked playing games. We find that out from Rebecca, which I think I've said that before, but we found that out through her little sister, who said that, you know, my sister, everybody wants me to say nice things about my sister, but my sister wasn't the nicest person to the boys. So it's like, yeah, apparently she put brothers against brothers. Then Nash getting all very protective over the situation. I've always wanted to be the protector and everything. And I don't know, I'm pretty sus about that. Like, maybe he could be, maybe that's just what he is he's just a protector. He has a complex with that. But I don't know. I'm like questioning everything like with Avery, because I'm like, I don't know who to believe or what to at this point, and it's really ramping up, and really like I feel like this is going to be a 4 or 5 star for me for a book. So definitely loving it. So currently right now I am at work, as you can tell. I forgot my tripod, so that's why you guys are kind of angled weirdly. But I'm supposed to be doing some research this afternoon, but I really want to be done with this research request. And I kind of don't want to go, I have to go search through newspapers online, and I feel like I just want to read, like, for pleasure and enjoyment, just because I feel like I haven't really done that much recently. So, yeah. So I really just want to dive back into this story, so I think that's what we're going to do. Even though I feel guilty, I really should probably work on this research request for a little bit before we do that. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to go and do that research request, some work with that for a little bit, and then maybe come back in an hour or so and actually get to reading, so. Okay, so we're on page 306 now, and we finally kind of figure out why Jameson blames himself for Emily's death, which is a character that I mentioned before. I don't know if I fully explained who Emily is, but it's a girl that ended up passing away that was kind of like playing games with the boys. So, yeah. He just said this: I don't care that you're wearing Emily's braid, because Thea, their cousin, likes to dig back at the boys, especially Grayson and Jameson, and so she decided to dress her up like Emily without Avery knowing, until Grayson had a kind of a reaction to it. So this is where that came in. So Jameson knew exactly what to say to make me stop. I don't care, he repeated, because I don't care about Emily. He let out a ragged breath. I broke up with her that night. I got tired of her little games. I told her I was done, and a few hours later she died. Yep. And it might be the reason why he doesn't let people in a lot. It also says that his grandfather told him that this as well: I might have deserved that. He held my gaze a moment longer, then looked back at the painting. The old man used to say that I have laser focus. I'm not built to care about more than one thing at a time. Which could be true. But I also feel like that's kind of false. But yeah. So that's interesting. So he blames himself for her death because she had a heart condition, and if she gets excited for a long period of time or anything like that, or puts a lot of stress on the heart, she could possibly die. So, wow. Interesting. So, I'm going to keep reading. Not even a page later, and Grayson followed. And he asks about how Jameson reacted. And she tells him. Silence. I turned back to look at Grayson. His eyes were closed, every muscle in his body taut. Did Jameson tell that I killed her? Well, we're gonna find out! Okay, so we find out this. So Xander and Thea dated and broke up, and it makes me wonder if and Xander just now, during a waltz before she could leave to go find Jameson, he says that he fake dated Thea because Emily was pretty persistent about it. However, he did it for a reason, because Thea and Rebecca liked each other and wanted a relationship and wanted to keep it secret. And also said that Emily wouldn't have understand. She's pretty possessive of the people she loved. So, in his words, to be honest, I'm wondering, Grayson thinks that he killed her. Could he have said something out of anger mentioning this, and it upset her enough to set off her heart into a episode with her heart? Theories that I need to know. But technically, I need to get out of here and close up. But I think this is actually where I'm going to leave off for this vlog. I'm going to keep reading this book, and in the next vlog, I will give you guys an update of if I do finish it before the next vlog, how I really liked it and everything. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry this vlog was kind of chaotic. As I said, my life has been kind of chaotic because of all the big changes that are going to be going on. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. And if you want to stick around for more, if you happen upon this video, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so you are notified. I post every Tuesdays and Thursdays with the last week of the month off for video planning and editing. So I hope everybody has a great rest of their week and a great start to their weekend, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!